All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shen Day 1025. 1025 Park. So, whenever something breaks, right, and like you have a couple different choices on how to fix the thing, right? And then so the easiest thing, people say, oh, you Scotch tape it together. I love Scotch tape. Thing is, it's such an awesome tool when you're younger, when we're all younger, and tape things together. But then sometimes it's not as clear as what you are. And I remember when the clear Scotch tape came, like, ooh, you can't tell that there's a tear on the page or whatever, right? But then when things like you want to like put stuff together, like I don't know, if you wanted for some reason to put two pencils together to make like a hinge, like a boomerang, you could Scotch tape together, like or like something breaks, like an antenna, your TV, you Scotch tape it together, and but it depends on what it is. You think, like, okay, you put a lot of Scotch tape on it, or hold it up, when in reality, it'll end up breaking down. So throughout the years, people would evolve, and Scotch tape would evolve. People have like stronger tape. Then you have the duct tape, Gorilla tape, all that stuff. And people with the super glue, but different ways to be able to fix things out. People would use like some type of rubber cement, regular cement, whatever they're going to do, cement. But it's just about like fixing problems, right? And so like I remember like the machine that I bought, the AMT machine. So you're supposed to transport it in like a regular truck, like a moving truck or something, because it's 500 pounds. It's about like 4 feet tall, and you want to do it. But what we did was we laid it down the side, and then so the shield in the front, the plastic thing, it's not plastic, I don't know what it is, like football helmet material, it like the hinge broke. I'm like, crap. And then so it made it so when you screw it on, it like there's a big gap, and it was upsetting. So what I did was I had to unscrew it. I found the thing. I tried to buy the part online to be like $50 or whatever. I'm like, oh, but so I had to figure out different ways on how to work it. So what do? Thinking like, where's the Scotch tape? So I ended up going to Home Depot. Like, I was thinking like, how can I glue it or weld it? But you can't weld it, you can't melt it. I mean, it's whatever material. And then I got Gorilla tape and more Gorilla tape. So I was able to get it and tape it together. It's really, really thick tape. And then, try to bracket. It's like taping an ankle if you're sports. And then, did it work? Totally worked. Now, thing is, this one, it's for my own personal use. And, if people complain about it, I really don't care, because it's my place, my machine, and that's it. And then so, sometimes, when you do the whole quick fix things, you do it because it's your own personal thing, and that's it. So when I am working on this one project, okay, so I have to if I was doing it something for like professional stuff, like for everybody to see, or if I'm going to have it like people pay money to use my machine, then of course you buy the actual parts and fix it so it'll be properly, right? I'm not putting silly putty, or how you doing? I'm not putting silly putty on there, or putting like Play-Doh or whatever, right? Use string. No, you get the part and you do it properly, right? Even if you get like an OEM, like an official something, I don't know, it's like the official manufacturer equipment or whatever, I don't know what it is, right? You do it, and then it'll work properly, and then it's fine, right? So let's take, for instance, this drinking fountain. Let's say someone breaks it, right? And then instead of like getting the actual thing to go right here, they just get some bootleg faucet to drink out of. Like, what is this? It's horrible. But, people go, oh, it works. No, it's for the public consumption. You get it. So, get this. It comes down to this thing that I'm doing. I'm doing this thing that I'm making the flyers. Okay? But if you make flyers, you need the tool to make flyers. And in this case, you need Photoshop. You see, I have an old version of, the Adobe suites, the creative software. Okay, I have the old version. Because now you had to pay a monthly subscription to get it and keep updating it, and that's it. But for me, I have one of the last versions that you just had that suite and you didn't have to upgrade it. So I figured, okay, it's perfectly fine. So what happened is I started making like these designs for this thing that I'm doing, and it was horrible. It was really, really bad. So I call my friend. I'm begging her, can you please clean this up? She's okay, sure. I'm like her younger brother, right? And then so, she's really busy, but then that's why it's like, I just wanted to get whatever. And then so she does it. And then so I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. So what happens is I needed it so when the whole text and fancy the picture and everything, and then so I needed it so when I put it on different actual pages of the web page, then it'll show up, and then I could just edit it and whatever. So I was like, I could do that. So that's it. So she sends me into this program called InDesign. Okay. Thing is, I have an older version of this. It's like the Creative Suites. It's like like an old version, like in the single digits. Now it's like they have CS14. But then so she sent me the thing, and then it said, "Oh, you can't use it on this version. You need a newer version." I'm like, ugh. So she did me a super huge favor, okay? And she gave me it in the new format and everything. But what happens is, I realized that this whole time, I'm like Scotch taping my stuff together. And so if I want to get it done, like if it's only for my own personal use, I'm just make something on my page, whatever, great. Let's use the cheap one. Let's use a free one, whatever. But if I want to make it legit, I need to use the legit tools. So, yes, do I have to go get that subscription now? Yeah, I totally have to do it now. But it's just one of those things where those realizations is like, it's possible to Scotch tape your system together. So like, even with like the music stuff, right? You could use a bunch of like inexpensive equipment and get it done. But you have to have the knowledge, like Harold the Handyman, to be able to put it together and make it work for you. Okay? If you don't, you have to buy the legit stuff that does it for you. Okay? So same thing with these programs. I could use a free version software for all this different stuff. But if I don't know how to use it and need other people to help me out, I got to use the tools that they use. So that's why, I feel really stupid. But I mean, it's not a stupid thing. It's just realized, like, you know what? When you try to cut corners, then you got to realize you're going to have a product with corners that are cut. All right? And then so, with the whole timeline on stuff, and some people say like, oh, it's, no matter how good or not, if, they're going to say like, oh, I guess you could have done this, you could have done this. Yeah, you could have done a lot of things, right? So, I show like what I have to some of my friends. Like, oh yeah, you could have done this. I could have done a lot of things. Were you there to help me to do it? Oh, no, you got to get someone to do it. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought, right? I had to get this website up in 2 days. Actually, I needed it up like yesterday. So, I'm in the process of speeding it up. But once again, that's what I get. Scotch tape. Okay. All right, there you go. day 1025 in the books. So I was thinking about it. I could just bore you to death with all these different ways on Scotch tape and things. Oh, just getting things, just getting by, whatever. It is bothering me. I have to go. I just got some other emails that I have to do. Take care of them. But then I want to take care of this website, get it up and going, right? I got to use what I can. I got to get the pictures. I got to all this stuff. And, you know, but register for Adobe. We'll see. I mean, there's all these different things that I need to do. But what I need to stop doing is trying to, okay, you should always have faith in the things that you can do, right? But you can't overconfidence on things that you can't do. I mean, there's a certain limit. So the thing is, I'm like thinking, okay, you know what? I could do this whole Photoshop, InDesign, whatever, because I can do it on my own. But the thing is, if I can't, I have to be ready to pay the price. And that's what I'm about to do. So, you know, that's it. What can we do? So, Big Daddy Shan Day 1025. If I can exercise 1025 days in a row, you can exercise 1025 days in a row. So if I can do it, you can do it. I'm doing it. Scotch taping.